interconnected ocean, a vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the story of the ocean with all its splendor and uncertainty than the killer whale, or as it's scientifically known, the Orcinus orca. The orca lives in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. My name's Candace, and I'm so honored to introduce you to this intriguing and majestic animal. Behaviors. We hope this orca encounter will help you better understand these magnificent creatures and all that they represent.
Orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types or ecotypes of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whales' size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. Blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
And 24-year-old Keet, weighing over 8,000 pounds, is going to help me show you some of their physical characteristics. The blowhole is perfectly designed for getting a quick breath at the surface. Even the location of their eyes works to their advantage. It looks like their eyes are located in that white patch, but that's just a visual distraction. Their eyes are actually located in the black area just in front of the white patch, camouflage from thrashing prey. The fin on top of the whale is called the dorsal fin, which keeps them stable while swimming and also helps regulate body temperature. The flippers on either side of the body are called pectoral flippers, which are mainly used for steering and stopping. Pectoral flippers have 5 bony digits inside them, just like the human hand. The lobes on either side of the tail are called tail flukes. The tail flukes are the killer whale's engine, propelling them close to speeds of up to 30 miles per hour, just as fast as our speedboats. And they use the most energy and generate the most power when they're propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orcapod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting.
Can I sit down?
Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as part of their communication. They use peck slaps to show dominance or to get noticed. For example, a mother may use a peck slap to get her calf's attention. But when they really want to be heard, they breathe. Spy hopping is another way for killer whales to get a better view of their surroundings when they hunt. Form of communication killer whales use in the wild.
Nice stop.
Communicators, so it's no surprise they're at the top of the ocean food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
These guys are leaving.
Whales of the southern hemisphere will capture sea lions right off the beach. Watch as Orkid demonstrates the same behavior and movement right here in front of you. Antarctic orcas will actually create waves washing over floating ice, knocking seals right into the water. Watch as one of our whales demonstrates the same wave-making technique, demonstrating one of the complex and impressive hunting abilities killer whales have developed around the world. Now you just saw these waves crashing right in front of you, but you can't really imagine the amount of water displaced until you have experienced it firsthand. Luckily, I have Mason, and Mason, today is his birthday. He is my volunteer, and he's going to experience the power of the killer whale tail fluke. All right, Mason, looks like you're already in the splash zone, so you got a little wet, so you're going to get wet again, all right? Go ahead and take a seat. And one of our whales is going to come over and give you a nice birthday wave, okay? Are you ready? Go ahead and hold on tight to that little handle. And it looks like Nakai is going to be one of the whales that's going to be getting you wet. So hold on tight. Here it comes. Here it comes. How was that? Is that cool? All right. Well, happy birthday and thank you again, Mason. Big high five. Great job. You got to experience the power of the killer whale tail fluke. Now, because they're found in all parts of the ocean, it's no surprise that killer whales eat all types of prey, including other whales. The blue whale on the screen, that is the largest animal on Earth. It's 5 times larger and 50 times heavier than that killer whale. So how does a whale of that size eat a whale of that size in the wild? It's possible because killer whales are the ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
Play is an important part of everyday life for killer whales. It's how they practice their skills to their young and teach them how to hunt. Orcas spend a lot of time interacting and showing their playful side in the wild and here at SeaWorld. Porpoising is when a whale swims fast to the surface, breaking out of the water briefly. touch and will rub their bellies on rocks when they pan. Watch as one of our whales demonstrates the same behavior, just like the whales in British Columbia would. You'll even see the whales imitating each other in the wild. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. The whales are always mimicking and learning from each other. A tail whip is used in hunting to stun fish, but today, hopefully, our killer whales, they're stunning you. Every day, which allows us to build a shared trusted relationship and provide optimal healthcare, research, and quality of life. The whales here participate in their own health and well-being. As you can see, Mike has Nakai in a ventral rollover presenting his tail flukes, and that is one of the ways our veterinarians can draw blood to check our whales' health. Slide up on a scale so we can check their weight. We monitor our whales' weight once a week so that we can make sure our smaller whales are growing properly and make sure our bigger whales are staying healthy. They'll even provide a breath sample from their blowhole. All these behaviors are made possible because of the shared trust relationship built day after day here at SeaWorld. This is Nakai. Nakai is 16 years old, and he's one of our most intelligent whales that we have in our 10 whale pod. He loves learning new behaviors, and he loves interacting with his other relatives that live here. He lives here with his younger sister, Kalia, who's 13 years old, his younger brother, Makani, who's almost 5 years old, and his niece, Amaya, who is 3 years old. Challenge our whales every day to engage and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course play keep our orcas in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orcinus orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.